Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome to Sew with Mediva, and if you're a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, thank you for sticking to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to cut and sew this shirred maxi dress with a tie shoulder sleeve, and I achieved this style using only 3 yards of Ankara fabric. So if this is something you're interested in, make sure you keep watching and make sure you watch till the end so that you don't miss out on any detail. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. So I made use of 3 yards of Ankara fabric for this dress, and we'll be cutting both the front and the back panels together. So the full length of this dress is 58 inches, but I'm going to have a tie shoulder sleeve for this dress. So the full length of the dress from my chest is going to be 50 inches. So you're going to need your elastic thread also for the shirring effect for the upper part of this dress. So I'll go ahead to open up my fabric now. So like I said earlier, we needed about 3 yards of fabric for this. So the length of this fabric I have here is about 52 inches. The length is about 52 inches. And then to get the amount of fabric to fold, you're going to divide the biggest part of your body. So mine is my hip measurement divided by 4 is 11.5 inches. And then I'll add about 5 inches to it for the shirring effect. You want the dress to be free. So like I said, the full length of this dress is 52 inches because I'm going to fold the base and I'm going to fold the upper part, so I'll be left with about 50 inches when I'm done. So I'm cutting both the front and the back panels together. So like I said, to get the wideness of fabric to fold, divide your biggest circumference, the biggest part of your body, by 4. So mine is 11.5 inches, and I added 5 extra inches to it for my seam allowance, 1 inch for my seam allowance, and the remaining 4 inches is going to be for ease because you want the dress to be very free. It's going to be like a free sized dress. So I have about 16 inches here on fold, 16 inches on fold for the front panel and 16 inches on fold for the back panel. So I'm going to open it up this way. So this is both the front and the back panel. I've gone ahead to open it up. So like I said, the shirring effect is going to start from my chest area, and then the remaining part is going to be a tie shoulder sleeve. So to get the point where you want your shirring to stop, I'm going to place my tape rule 9 inches above the starting line. I took 9 inches because I'm going to fold in 1 inch at the upper part before I start stitching, and then I'll come down by 20 inches. I'll come down by 20 inches. So that's where that 20 inches is where my shirring effect is going to stop. So I put my tape 9 inches above the starting line and I marked 20 inches. So I'm going to mark that 20 inches there. You can decide to make yours higher if you want. And then from that 20 inches that I marked, I'm going to go ahead and mark half an inch all the way up. So I'm going to roll that line this way. That 20 inches mark, I'll roll it this way. Go ahead to extend the 20 inches line this way, and then from that 20 inches I'm going to now mark half an inch all the way up. So that half an inch is going to be the gap between my shirring. That's going to be where I'm going to share. So you can make use of 1 inch if you don't want the shirring to be too much. So I'm going to place my tape rule this way now and then take half an inch. I'll first of all mark the 1 inch for folding at the top, and then I'll start marking half an inch all the way down. So like I said, you can do 1 inch in between for yours. You don't have to do half an inch. So I'll mark half an inch all the way down to that 20 inches line. So after doing that, I'm going to go ahead and extend these lines now. So this is going to serve as a guideline when I'm stitching the elastic. So it is very important to do this so that your stitch will come out straight. So go ahead to extend all these lines now vertically. So when I'm done, I'll show you guys. So after rolling out the lines, this is what it looks like. So you can decide to do this on the wrong side so that you won't mess up your fabric. So I'll go ahead to fold in the upper part twice and stitch it down. Then I'll show you guys how to go about the shirring. So guys, to share your fabric, you're going to replace this bobbin thread with elastic thread. So go ahead to roll your elastic thread into your bobbin. So make sure you don't pull the thread when you are rolling it. Just release your hand and roll it lightly on it this way. Just release your hand and roll it on it. So when the bobbin is full, you just go ahead to fix it inside your bobbin case, and then replace it into the case like you usually do and bring it out. So let's go ahead now. So let's go over to the machine now to create the shirring effect on the fabric. So guys, I have used my needle to pick out the elastic thread, and this is what we have. So I'm going to go ahead and start stitching on those lines now. I'll start from the first one and just start stitching all the way down. So this same thing that we're doing on the front panel, we're going to repeat exactly the same thing on the back. The front and the back is going to be the same thing. So go ahead to start stitching. Then as you are stitching, you're going to notice that your fabric is coming together, like you're seeing the elastic effect on the fabric. So go ahead to keep stitching it all the way down. So this dress is very simple. This is basically all for this dress. So go ahead to stitch it all the way down to the other side of the fabric. So when you are done with that, keep stitching on all the lines straight down this way, all the way down. Keep stitching. So after I was done with that part, this is what it looks like. You can see the elastic effect already coming out at the upper part. So when you are done, it's going to appear even smaller than this. So I'll repeat the same thing for all the lines, do it for the back panel, and show you guys what it looks like. So guys, after I was done sharing the fabric, this is what it looks like. So you can see the elastic effect. This is the front panel, and I folded the upper part before I started sharing. This is what the wrong side looks like. So like I said earlier, I stopped sharing on the 20 inches mark. So I'll place my tape 8 inches above the starting line, so you can see that the sharing stopped on the 20 inches mark. So I did the same thing on the back panel, and this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. So we're going to go ahead now to join the front and the back panels together. I also folded in the upper part before I shared the fabric. So I'm going to be having pockets on both sides of my dress. So before I go ahead to close it up, I'm going to show you guys how to insert the pockets. So let's go ahead to insert the pockets on both sides before we close up the sides of the dress. So I've gone ahead to cut out the fabric for the pocket, and I have 4 pieces of it. I have 4 pieces of this fabric. So to get the amount of fabric you cut, just place your hand on the fabric this way and trace out the shape you want. So my pocket is going to start from the point where my sharing stopped. So from that 20 inches, I'm going to place my pocket right sides facing my dress this way on that 20 inches mark, and then I'll use my pin to hold it down. I'll do the same thing for the other side. Directly at the point where my sharing effect stopped, I'm going to place the fabric this way on it, right sides facing each other. So after using my pins to hold it down, I'm going to take it to my machine now and stitch it on it all the way down. I'll stitch the pocket to the dress. Just stitch it on it using like 1/2 inch seam allowance, and when I'm done with that, I'll do the same thing for the back. I'll place the pocket right sides facing the fabric and then stitch it to it. So when I'm done with that, I'll put it for the other side as well, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. So after I stitched down the pocket to the dress, this is what it looks like. So I went ahead to top stitch on the pocket area. So I also stitched down the pocket for the back, and I top stitched. So the next one we want to do is to join the sides together. So place them this way, right sides facing each other, and merge the pocket areas together as well. And then use 1 inch to stitch it all the way down to this point. When you get to this point, you raise your machine up and then turn it and close up the pocket all the way around it. And when you get to this other side, you raise it up again and close up this side of the dress all the way down to the full length. So when you're done with that side, go over to the other side and close it up as well using the same method. So when I'm done with that, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So after I joined the two sides together, this is what the pocket looks like on the side. So you can see how beautiful it looks. So the next thing we want to do is to cut out the fabric for the straps, and these are the fabrics I have cut out already. I have 4 pieces of it, 2 for the front part and 2 for the back, and the width of the fabric I have here is 6 inches, but I'm still going to take out 1 inch because I'm going to close it up. And then the full length of this part is going to be 20 inches. I'm going to cut out the excess fabric I have. I ended up using 20 inches for the length of my strap. So go ahead now to close up the strap this way. So I'm going to take in 1/2 inch on both sides. So I'll be left with 2.5 inches for the wideness of my strap. I hope you guys understand. I'll stitch it all the way down and turn it over. I'll close one edge and turn it over. So after I turned over the straps, this is what it looks like, and I closed up one edge and left the other side opened. So the next thing to do is to attach this fabric to the dress. So I'm going to get my dress now. So I'm going to come over to one side and come in by 3 inches. So come in by 3 inches from one side and stitch your fabric strap inside on that 3 inches mark, stitch it down this way. So I'll just use my pin to hold it down, and then come over to the other side and also come in by 3 inches and use your pin to hold down your fabric strap directly on that 3 inches. So this is what we have. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch it down on that part. So when you are done stitching, make sure you confirm to know that you have that 3 inches on that side, as you can see. So I'll repeat the same process for the back part. I'll come in by 3 inches just like I did here, and I'll stitch it down inside. I'll do the same thing. So when I'm done doing that, I'll show you guys what it looks like. So I'm also going to finish up the base of the dress. I'll fold it in twice, and then I'll show you guys when I'm done. So after I inserted the sleeve, this is what it looks like. So when you wear your dress, you're just going to tie this over your shoulder. So this is what it looks like, and I've also finished up the base of the dress. So guys, this is where I'm ending this video for today. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you learned something new. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video.